Allora, incominciamo questa conferenza stampa. La collega Gaia Tridente, che io ringrazio e saluto, vi darà tutte le informazioni necessarie tra qualche istante. Prima di tutto il Roma Fction Fest è estremamente onorato di avere questo privilegio da parte della signora Mirren, che ha trovato il tempo nel suo lavoro per venire qui. Noi dobbiamo fare però anche un ringraziamento speciale per ricordare che stasera ci sarà una serata tributo al talento e allo straordinario lavoro della signora Mirren, quindi noi dobbiamo ringraziare NBC Universal, il suo canale Hallmark, perché stasera ci sarà Elizabeth the First, una miniserie molto importante per cui la signora ha vinto anche un grande riconoscimento, prima addirittura dell'Oscar di qualche tempo dopo. Ricordo che appunto gli studi Universal e Hallmark dedicheranno ad agosto una serata per celebrare il talento di Helen Mirren, mostrandone i diversi aspetti. Verranno proiettate, oltre la miniserie che vedrete stasera o rivedrete stasera, anche il film TV La passione di Ayn Rand e la prima serie di Prima Suspect. Gaia.
Buongiorno a tutti, io parlo a nome della direzione artistica, della direzione generale del festival, dicendo un grazie a Helen Mirren per aver accettato il nostro invito a partecipare quest'anno al festival. Già lo scorso anno noi l'avevamo invitata quando abbiamo selezionato un prodotto che ha partecipato alla competizione delle miniserie con Prima Parte 7. Lei ha vinto un premio lo scorso anno che non è potuta venire a ritirare perché è impegnata sul set, e quest'anno invece ci ha fatto l'onore di venire a riceverlo. Per questo poi abbiamo scelto di consegnarle questa sera il premio alla carriera, visti la sua straordinaria carriera e visto che già l'Academy Award le aveva assegnato un Oscar per The Queen. Prime Suspect è una miniserie, come dicevo, che va in onda dal 1991 e per cui Dame Helen Mirren ha vinto numerosi premi, tra cui dei Golden Globe, degli Emmy Awards, dei BAFTA Awards, e quindi è veramente un lavoro di grande qualità. Io passo la parola, ho finito, ho concluso, passo la parola a Marco Spagnoli.
Sì, noi ricordiamo che uno dei due premi, quello per Prima Suspect, verrà consegnato stasera da Felice Laudadio, direttore della prima edizione del Roma Fction Fest. Se ci sono domande io vi darei subito la parola, vi prego sempre di presentarvi. Paolo.
Buongiorno signora Mirren, sono Paolo Scotti del giornale. In questi ultimi tempi in Italia si discute molto sul valore qualitativo della fiction rispetto a quello del cinema. C'è una discussione in base alla quale si continua a ritenere che la fiction sia la sorella minore e non possa aspirare ad una pari dignità culturale e artistica nei confronti del cinema. C'è chi la pensa in un modo, chi in un altro. Lei, che è una grande interprete di cinema e di fiction, che idea si è fatta? È vero che c'è una distanza culturale o è vero invece che i due prodotti da un punto di vista artistico si equivalgono? Grazie.
Well, my question first is, what do you mean by fictions?
Fiction is a TV series, production for TV. Really, we could use it improperly, this word.
Yeah, okay. For my experience, the work that I've done on television, I have to sort this thing out. Take this off. The work that I've done on television has normally been superior in terms of the content, the writing, and certainly the kinds of characters I'm asked to play is, for me, for my personal experience, much better on television than it is in the cinema. There are, of course, wonderful and very interesting small independent films that are always being made, thank God, and many of them are made here in Italy, and I'm a great fan, incidentally, of Italian cinema. But in general, for me personally, all of my best work, really, I would say, has been on television. And I say that in spite of having won the Academy Award for playing the Queen, obviously, in the movies, and that was a great role. But the greatest roles I've played have all been on television, and the greatest writing that I've had the advantage of being able to work with as an actress has been writing on television.
John Miller, please.
Dame Helen, good afternoon and belated congratulations on your award.
Thank you, yes.
You've now been in Prime Suspect for almost 20 years, which is a scary thought. I wonder when you recognised or realised that this drama was going to have legs, and also I wondered what Jane Tennyson now means to you as a character. You must know more about her than any character you've played in your illustrious career.
Well, first of all, the 20-year issue, I actually took 7 years off in the middle of Prime Suspect because I was worried that maybe if I continued on it would get mediocre and, as we say in England, old, you know, used. So I felt it was right to take a break, maybe never do it again, maybe do it again. And actually 7 years later, I did decide it was the time that we could look at it afresh. So obviously that character has been with me for, you know, a large part of my life. But the way I approached Prime Suspect always was that, and we had many different writers, you know, take on after Linda LaPlante. And the way I approached it with each of the writers was always to say, imagine that this is your Prime Suspect. You know, it doesn't matter what went before. Make this your own. Make it belong to you, to the writer. So I gave the writers always freedom to take the character almost anywhere they wanted to take her. And very occasionally I would say, I'm sorry, I just don't think that scene is right. I don't think my understanding of this character is that she wouldn't do that. But even then I was kind of open, because life is full of surprises, and also I always think the writers work at their best when they don't feel that they're writing to a format. So for each writer, and indeed for each director, I gave each director the same kind of complete freedom, artistic freedom. I wanted each director and each writer to feel that this was their project, their private, personal project. They weren't just coming into a successful TV series and continuing it on. It was their personal, private project. And it was very gratifying because the result of that was actually Prime Suspect has launched many very, very successful directors' careers, and many writers have gone on to do other work because they were allowed the freedom to express themselves, I think.
Abbiamo domande, vi prego di alzare la mano, prego.
Beatrice Bertuccioli, Nazione Resto del Carlino. Volevo chiedere alla signora Mirren, in una carriera così ricca di grandi ruoli, grandi film, televisioni, teatro, tanti premi, cosa manca ancora? Quali sono i sogni ancora non realizzati, i personaggi che ancora non ha fatto e vorrebbe fare? Grazie.
Well, actually, one of my dreams still to come true is sitting in a field in Puglia. And it's a beautiful ruined masseria that my husband and I are going to spend a lot of time and money renovating, and passion and tears. I'm sure many tears will be shed renovating this beautiful part of Italy, piece of Italy. So that certainly is one of my very present dreams at this moment. And you know, and in a funny way, it's ironic that it happens to be here in Italy, but in a way it does represent a dream for me, because my life as an actress and my husband's life as a very successful film director means that we have to travel all the time and be in other places. You know, I was very sad to me that I couldn't come here last year and participate in the festival. Because I was working elsewhere, and that's sort of the story of my life. I'm always working elsewhere. I couldn't even have dinner with the Queen because I was working elsewhere. I want that to slow down a little bit and be able to be in one place, and I'm rather hoping that one place might be sitting in Salento at this moment.
Caterina D'Ambrosio di News.
Buongiorno signora Mirren.
Buongiorno.
A parte